Another 2-race day meant conditions for race 8 were identical to those at the finish of race 7, an 8 to 12 knot sea breeze. However, whilst the right was the big winner in the last race, the left was favoured this time. Most of the top boats picked the difference and made gains to that side of the course. Here you can see Jono Bannister and Matt Burns, both fairly new to the 505 and making big improvements this season. With such a big fleet, the boats spread right over the course. Approaching the top mark, the Super Danes were having a great battle with Hamlin and Lanzinger and Quirk and Lang. Hamlin and Lanzinger seemed to be enjoying the lighter winds, and along with the Danes had superb height and speed in the flat water. Behind the lead three, there was a huge number of boats hitting the mark together. The Swedes Rosen and Wenrup were just in front of Higgins and Marsh and Pennell and Hunt. Malcolm Higgins and Andrew Chisholm were fourth around the top mark and worked very hard downhill. Getting a clear lane in a big fleet was difficult. Hamlin and Lanzinger jibe early. Quirk and Lang were having their best race of the regatta, as were Malcolm Higgins and Andrew Chisholm. Into the bottom mark, the Super Danes already had a sizable lead. Not even a spinnaker problem on the drop could cost them. It looked like the retrieval line got caught, but it was quickly fixed. Quirk and Lang came through to second. Hagan and Duffield were having another good race, as were Tor and Bell. Unfortunately, Mike Martin and Jeff Nelson weren't. At the second top mark, Saugmann and Ramsbaek continued to lead from Quirk and Lang and Hamlin and Lanzinger. Further back in the fleet, it wasn't all plain sailing, with the Queensland boys falling out of their boat. At the front, the Danes were feeling some pressure from Quirk and Lang, who had cleared out from Hamlin and Lanzinger. Next were the Swedes, the Poms, the Aussies and the Germans. The second reach was again a little deep, with competitors jibing to reach the bottom mark. The Danes put a tight cover on the fleet and extended their lead a little. Quirk and Lang were feeling a little pressure from Hamlin and Lanzinger, and Rosen and Wenrup moved forward all race. The Danes' downwind speed meant they weren't threatened, and again they extended their lead on Quirk and Lang, who also moved away from Hamlin and Lanzinger, who managed to hold on to their gap over the yellow boat of Rosen and Wenrup. The Danes' win meant that with one race to go, they could not be beaten. They have won their first World Championships. After 8 races, in first place overall and unbeatable, Saugmann and Ramsbaek, from Martin and Nelson and Hamlin and Lanzinger.